Hi, everybody. Welcome back to story time. I hope you had a fun Halloween. I had almost 200 children at my house for Halloween. I don't know if the word got out that I was giving out glow in the dark bracelets or that I was giving out lollipops and Teddy Grahams and Rice Krispie treats, but the word got out that they had to come to my house. So, we're going to be reading a lot of pumpkin books. I'll try to do at least one pumpkin book a week. But in the meantime, we got 3 new books in the mail. We got this one, which is called Spiker the Jumpin' Spider Learns About Joy. Joy is a fruit of the spirit. Then we also got this book, Larry the Llama Learns About Love. Love is also one of the fruits of the Spirit. And we got this book, Prickles the Porcupine Learns About Peace. So I'm going to do the Jumping Spider book first, since, we are coming off of Halloween. And I thought you guys would enjoy this. And we can talk about joy. And so I want to thank J.M. Ashmore, I hope I said your name correctly, for sending me these books. And I am so grateful that you decided to send me your books. And I love a great book. And these books are both hardback, what we call hardback or board books, and they also come in paperback. So before we get started, let's all do 2 things that we always do here. When I count to 3, I want you to tell me your name. So that way we can all be friends. And I want us to say hi to Caleb. Everybody say hi, Caleb. And let's all say hi to Journey. Hi, Journey. I saw Journey on Halloween. She came to my house dressed as a scarecrow. And she got 2 bracelets. Because I had given her one the day before. And she got lollipops. And I think Teddy Grahams for me. I know she got a bracelet and lollipops. And so now when I say 3, I want everybody to tell me your name so I can be your friend like I am friends with Caleb and Journey. 1, 2, 3. Claudia. Or you can call me Sissy. All my little friends call me Sissy. All right. Now, the second thing we like to do here, and yes, I know my nails aren't painted. I got to paint my nails, is because I have a date tomorrow. I'm going to the Arts and Science Museum tomorrow, and I'm going to go see alligators and turtles and monkeys and birds and I don't know what else. So, have you ever been to a museum where they have animals, real live animals? So, I'll make sure tomorrow when I read the Love book, I will tell you about my visit to the museum. Maybe I'll go live. Would you like that? Can go live and show you guys some of my visits with the animals. Anyway, and the monkeys are very small. They're about as big as that finger. They're about as big as my hand, and it's a monkey. And those monkeys had babies, and now those babies are growing up and having babies of their own. So, one other thing we like to do before we read a story is say our sweet little poem. So say it with me. If you're new here, you will learn it. It's very easy. Gather your children and gather your blankets and your bears and your spiders too. And let's all settle down because I have a story to read to you. And I apologize for my sniffing. It's the time of the year, isn't it, when the allergies kick in. So I hope you enjoy Spiker the Jumping Spider learns about joy as much as I'm going to enjoy reading to you. I love the artwork in this book. Spiker the Jumping Spider and his friend Crispin the Cricket were learning a new word, joy. Can you spell joy? Joy. Joy means glad. They wondered if they could try to be glad about something every day. Because Spiker was a jumping spider, he could jump up from the ground onto a tree branch. Crispin could also jump. Sometimes they had a contest to see who could jump higher. Can you jump? I bet you can. Spiker could do one thing that Crispin could not, though. He could make strings of silk. The silky strings that Spiker made were very strong, and he liked to use them to tie up Crispin sometimes when they played. Do you like spiders? Do you like crickets? Crickets, I know something that Crispin can do that Spiker can't do. And if they don't mention it, I'll tell you. But it's something to do with his legs. Can you guess what it is? Crispin could also do something that Spiker couldn't do. Listen to this. They told my secret. Crispin could make chirping sounds by rubbing different parts of his wings together. I said legs, I'm sorry. Sometimes he made his chirp sound just like a siren. Crickets make noise, don't they? Spiders do not. One day there was a big storm with lightning and thunder and rain. Chirp, 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 chirp. Crispin quickly rubbed his wing parts together, making the siren sound to warn Spiker. We better jump as high as we can into this tree with the bird nest. We can go underneath the bird nest for cover from the rain. They jumped at the same time and landed next to each other on the branch that was under the bird nest. They were both wet from the rain, but there were some soft little feather towels nearby that they used to dry themselves off. Then Spiker began to make silk strings. Why are you making silk strings during a thunderstorm, Crispin whined. I don't like thunderstorms because we can't play our games. Do you like storms, or do you like just the rain? I don't like storms. I like rain. I don't like thunder and lightning. Yes, we had to jump up here under the bird nest, said Spiker, but it's better to be glad than to be sad. When you have joy, you can think about something good. It is a good thing that we found this place and we are safe and dry. We even found these soft little feather towels to use. Now I'm making silk strings for a tent for us. You can help me fashion the tent to these tree branches, and then we can come to our tent every day. He's building like a fort, isn't he? Crispin stopped whining. We can even play a new game called Let's Go Camping, Spiker said. And that's just what they did. Have you been camping? I've been camping. I've even been to Disney World and went camping when I was 10 years old. The day after the storm, Spiker and Crispin were playing in their new tent. Then Spiker felt hungry. Kristen, he called. Let's go look for a snack. Oh, said Kristen. Kristen began to jump away. Wait for me, Spiker said. I want to look for ant snacks in the grass. It's too wet for ants to stay in the grass. But I know where to find them, said Kristen. Where do you think they're going to find ants? Where would you look for ants? Would you look under a rock? Or would you look under an apple tree where maybe there's a rotten apple on the ground? Spike followed, but he was complaining. I don't like to look for food in new places. I want a snack right now. I am hungry. There was some old peaches. They grow peaches in my state and not too far from me, in a pile under the peach tree. Then Spiker saw that there were lots of ants crawling all over those old peaches. I bet those old peaches smelled. There were even more ants than he could have found in the grass. Spiker decided to stop complaining. See, it's just like you told me yesterday, said Kristen. It's better to be glad than to be sad. It's a good thing we came to the peach tree. Now we can both have a snack because I like peach juice snacks and you like ant snacks. This is a great place for both of us to have a snack together. And it was. Can you spell joy? J-O-Y. And you spell glad? G-L-A-D. After snack time, they started to play again, but they forgot to stay close to the peach tree. Suddenly, Spiker wanted another ant snack. Where's that peach tree? He said. Oh, no, said Crispin. I don't know where it is. Don't worry, said Spiker. It's a good thing I made silk strings all the time because wherever I go, I leave a little silk trail. I can always find my way back by following my little silk trail. Kristen looked at the ground behind Spiker. Well, sure enough, see his little trail of silk? There was a little silk trail. They both followed it back to the peach tree. They stopped for another snack. Then they followed the silk trail to their silk tent. They were glad that they could play. Let's go camping again. And that's just what they did. Help me follow the trail, and we'll bring them all the way to the peach tree and all the way back. You ready? Here we go. We go down the hill. We go over the grass. Now we take a break. And now we're going to go climbing up the hill. Now we're by the rock. We're going to go up, 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 up. And now we're at the peach tree. Did you find that peach tree with me? The next day, Spiker and Kristen saw a new silk spider web that was much bigger than what Spiker made. It was beautiful. It had a little dewdrops on silk strings that sparkled in the sunlight. This web was attached to a crate on the ground next to the tree where they camped. See, there's their tent. There's the bird nest. Right in the middle of the web was a chubby light blue spider named Sully. Sully was not a jumping spider, but he could make an awesome web. Hi, Sully. We like your big, beautiful web, Spiker called out. Well, I wish it was bigger with even more dewdrops on it. And I wish I could jump just like the both of you can, grumbled Sully. Crispin said, Sully, don't be sad. We can do something different so that you won't need to jump. We'll have fun, said Spiker. We already made a tent. Now let's make a silk ladder for our tent to the ground for Sully to use. Maybe we can even make our tent bigger, like a tree house. Then we'll play Let's Go Camping in the Tree House. And that's just what they did. Sully didn't grumble anymore, and all the friends were glad that they could have fun together. But the next day, the three friends went back to Sully's big, beautiful web. They saw Jerry the grasshopper crying nearby. What's the matter, Jerry? asked Sully. I bumped my knee, said Jerry. Have you ever bumped your knee? It hurts, doesn't it? Don't cry, said Sully. Crispin and I will wrap your knee with a piece of grass. Then Spiker can put a little silk string around it. That will make your knee feel stronger. Then all of us will stay right here with you until you feel better. Okay? Okay, said Jerry, wiping his eyes. Have you ever got hurt and a friend stayed by you and made you feel better? Or have you ever helped a friend who got hurt? I have, plenty of times, both ways. I've had somebody stay with me, and I've stayed with someone. So they spent the day together. They told stories and counted the dewdrops on Sully's web. They also talked about the new word, joy, and the ways that they had joy every day. Remember, we spell joy, J-O-Y. That's sign language, boys and girls. J is this. You make a J with your little finger in the air. O and Y. Spiker remembered lots of things he was glad about. Finding the bird nest with feather towels nearby, ant snacks and his silk trail, playing games and camping with his friends, and even helping Jerry all day. Suddenly, Spiker knew the best way of all to have joy. Do something nice for someone else. What are some ways that you have joy? What was Spiker glad about during the thunderstorm? You remember? What was Crispin glad about when they were hungry? Why was the peach tree a better place to find snacks? Do you remember? Because of the ants, remember? What were some nice things Spiker did for others? And I'm going to show the answers. What do you think Spiker learned about joy in our story? How did Spiker help Sully when Sully wasn't happy with his web? How did Sully and Kristen and Spiker help Jerry to feel glad instead of sad? Things to know about jumping spiders. Jumping spiders really do jump. They jump to catch their food, but their favorite food is ants. Jumping spiders can jump as high as the handle on a door. That's really high, isn't it? Jumping spiders are shy. They run and jump away from people. Jumping spiders have 8 legs and 8 eyes. How many legs do you have, and how many eyes do you have? Jumping spiders make silkstring trails to find their way to where they were. Jumping spiders make silk tents for sleeping, but they do not try to catch food in their webs like other spiders do. Jumping spiders might bite if you try to catch them, so don't try to catch them. Jumping spiders' bites feel like bee stings, but they're not poisonous. Here's some secrets to know about crickets. Don't you like that? Secrets about crickets. It kind of rhymes, doesn't it? Crickets can jump as high as the handle on a door, just like our friend the jumping spiders. Crickets can use different parts of their wings to rub together to make sounds. Crickets have ears, I didn't know that, just below their knees instead of on their heads. Wow. Cricket ears look like tiny dots, but they can hear just about anything. You need to go on Google and get the grown-up to type in the word cricket and find you a picture and see if you can find his little ears. Crickets chirp more when it's hot than when it's cold. Crickets love to eat very juicy foods. Do you like to eat juicy foods like watermelons and peaches and grapes? Crickets may bite if you hold on to them. Crickets' bites feel like bee stings, but they're not poisonous. I've held plenty of crickets and never been bitten because they're very hard to catch. Galatians 5:22 and 23. This is where we get our Bible verse. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, and self-control. Did you enjoy reading Spiker the Jumping Spider Learns About Joy? I know I enjoyed reading to you, and I'm so glad you were here. Now tomorrow we'll read Larry the Llama Learns About Love. Would you like to? And I know you enjoyed this book. And then I may do this one tomorrow too. Prickles the Porcupine Learns About Peace. And you can find these books on, can you guess? Amazon. Yes, you can. And this is our Arthur. Sorry. Well, Miss Ashmore lives in Florida, and she enjoys writing animal stories for young children. She is an experienced nurse and a Bible school teacher and an animal lover. So we are going to read the other 2 books. And I want to thank Miss Ashmore for sending us these 3 books. I'm hoping that she has the others, all the fruits of the Spirit, because remember there's quite a few, and you can find the list of fruit of the spirits in Galatians. And I apologize, I've got coconut oil on my hands, and you can find them in Galatians chapter 5. So tomorrow we'll read Larry the Llama Learns About Love, and we may read about Prickles the Porcupine Learns About Peace. And I know that I enjoyed reading Spiker the Jumping Spider Learns About Joy. And remember, joy is our word for day, and it's spelled Joy. And remember that I am so happy that you came to visit with me today, and I can't wait for you to come back and spend time with me again tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon. And remember to always look for the joy in wherever you are.